And would you like your home to run a lot smoother? And would you like to have some sort of a schedule/routine for your home? Well, today I'm going to share with you 6 tips that are going to help you to run your home more like a business, because that is actually going to help you a lot in order to manage your home well. So let's talk about the 6 things that you can do to manage your home better. Hey, and welcome to today's video. Now, for those that don't know me yet, my name is Stephanie, and I'm a wife and I'm a mom to 3 beautiful kids that we homeschool. And on this channel, I love to talk about homemaking, motherhood, and being a biblical woman in general. So if you love content like that, I would love to have you as a subscriber. But today I wanted to talk to you about how you can actually manage your home way better and how you can run it more like a business in order to make sure that it's not as overwhelming. Because a lot of times I hear people say that being a homemaker and being a mother and homeschooling and all the things seems very overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be like that. It can be a smooth running machine if you turn it into one. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. And the first thing that you absolutely need for your home is have a vision or have a goal set in place. What do you want your home to look like? What do you want your family life to look like? What is your most important value in the home? Is your goal, for example, to be a really good host and you want to host more people in your home? Or do you want to have just a clean home because you haven't been able to clean your house well the last couple of years? Or is your goal to have a peaceful home where you can create a oasis of rest for your family because your husband has a very stressful job? What is the goal for your home? And that is different for every single family. So don't copy and paste what I do or copy and paste what other people do on Instagram or on social media in general. Do what works best for your family. Have a goal for your family and focus on that. Now, one of the main things that you need to have in place is a good schedule. And the best schedule, in my opinion, is having a type of block schedule. And you can make this as tight or as loose as you want to. But for me, it really does work wonders to have a block schedule. And what a block schedule looks like is I have certain blocks in my day in which I do certain tasks. So for example, we have a school block from 9 to 12, and that is my school block, and I do schoolwork, and that is not my time to deep clean the oven, for example. That is my time where I actually do schoolwork. And then after that, the children have quiet time and I can do work-related tasks. So I do a lot of things for my job. And then after that, we have a homemaking block where I can do homemaking tasks. So if I need to deep clean the oven, I can do that in my homemaking block. But that is going to streamline the process so much more than when I just do whatever I have time for. Because a lot of times what ends up happening is your schedule will fill with a lot of different fluffy tasks that you don't really need to do, but you're just doing them. And you feel like you could maybe bake a cake or you can do something that you want to do, and you will fill up your day with a lot of things. And then at the end of the day, you will look at your schedule or you will look at your to-do list and you will see that you haven't actually accomplished that much. You haven't deep cleaned the oven, you weren't able to clean the bathroom, and you still haven't mopped the floors, which you should have done the last couple of weeks, and you still haven't done them. That is what happens if you just do whatever task that comes up in your mind. If you don't have a specific plan and if you don't have a list to help you guide you through your week and to help you schedule in what you need to get done, it is just really tough to stay on top of all the things. So I really highly recommend having a block schedule. Now, what I use with a block schedule is a to-do list. And what I usually do, I'll show you, is I have just my weekly to-do list categorized in my day. So this is Monday, Tuesday to Friday. And I just have a few tasks that I do every single day. And I write those down here. And then I have another block where I write down all the other tasks that I would like to do, but don't have to happen on a specific day. But what you can also do is just create a list of this is what needs to happen this week. And then during the week, when you have your homemaking block, you just pick and choose whatever you can do during that time. Now, what really helps is to create a homemaking task list and write down how long each task will take you. So create a list that is gonna tell you, okay, if I wanna do this, then it's going to take me 5 minutes. If I want to do this, it's going to take me 10 minutes. And have that written down so that it makes it a lot easier for you to realize, okay, what can I realistically do in this time and what is just not going to happen, because it is going to take me an hour and I only have 10 minutes. So make sure that you have that list to help you walk you through the day in order to actually do all the tasks that you want to do. Now, along with that is, if you have some time left, what I like to do is, for example, our children will have school from 9 to 12, But between 8 and 9 is an hour in which they have free time and they just do whatever. They usually go outside, but they can do whatever task they want to do. And what I like to do is I do the dishes, I clean up the breakfast table and do all those smaller tasks. And sometimes I will have 10 minutes left and I will look at that list and say, okay, I have 10 minutes. What can I do now that is going to save me time later so we can go to the park, for example? So I will pick a task that is going to take me 10 minutes or less and do that in that time. So that is really going to help you to stay on top of things. So if I need to put a load of laundry in, it's only going to take me a minute. I can do that in those 10 minutes that I have left before we start schoolwork. Or I can iron some clothing because I can do that for 10 minutes. Or I can clean the toilet because I can do that in 10 minutes. You can set a timer for those 10 minutes and do a lot of things in 10 minutes, trust me. So pick and choose a few things from that list that you can actually do in the time that you have to make sure that you actually stay on top of things. Now, one of the things that is going to make it so much easier to have a well-running machine in your home is to have a simple home. Don't have stuff everywhere. Don't have clutter everywhere in your home. Make sure that you simplify your life and simplify your home because it's just going to make it so much easier for you to clean. If you have 20 different things on a bookshelf, you will need to clean 20 things. But if you only have 2, you only need to clean 2. So that is going to save you a lot of time. So make sure you don't have to become a minimalist necessarily, but make sure that what you have in your home is things that you actually really love, but it's also things that you can actually clean, that you can keep up with. Because even though you might love to have 20 or 30 or 40 things on that shelf, if you cannot clean it, it's going to become a source of annoyance for you because every time you look at that shelf, you will see dust. And that is not going to bless anybody. So if you know that you cannot keep up with all those 20 things and you cannot keep them clean, then try and get rid of a few or maybe store them in a box and put out 2 or 3 at a time so you can actually clean the 2 and maybe rotate through the box so you can actually see all of them. So make sure you simplify the home in order to make it easier for yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't make life harder than it already is. Don't make homemaking harder than it is. And also, with don't making it harder than it is, don't tell yourself that it's really hard to do the dishes because it's not. You can do the dishes in 5 minutes. And then one of the most important things to have a good running home and to make sure that everything is running smoothly is to have a rest day. Resting is such an important thing that God even rested on day 7. So why would we not rest? That doesn't really make sense. So make sure you have a day in which you can rest. That doesn't mean you don't have to do anything around the house, but try to make it as little as possible. So what I love to do, for example, is on Saturday, I will cook an extra dinner. So on Sunday, I don't have to cook. I just have to heat it up. And that will give me some rest so I can spend more time with my husband or with our children or doing something that we want to do. So make sure that what you have to do on Sunday is the bare minimum and really try to rest as much as you can. If you love to crochet, then do that on a Sunday. Make sure that you can rest as a mother, as a homemaker, as a wife, so that you can be the best version of yourself during the week. So you can give everything for your home and for your family on the other 7 days. Then on the 7th day, you can all rest together. So we love to do that on a Sunday, but if you would like to do it on a Saturday, then you can do it on a Saturday. The day isn't that important. The most important thing is that you have a day in which you can rest as a family and you can spend more time together and really focus on each other instead of doing a lot of things and doing work and, well, doing a lot of things around the house. So have a day of rest for you and your family. Now, those were 6 things that I love to do to run our house like a business and to really make sure that it actually runs smoothly. Now, in order to make it more practical and more visible, I am actually going to do a day in the life in which I'm going to do it more vlog style-ish. And I'm going to tell you and I'm going to show you, okay, this is our, I don't know, homeschool block. So this is what we do during our homeschool block. And this is what it looks like in my planner. And I really want to walk you through a specific day in my life. So that is what is coming next. But I really hope that this was helpful already and that you can really set out a good routine for your home so that you can actually treat it as a business, just so that you can create a very peaceful and calm and beautiful atmosphere for your family to grow up in. So I really hope that that was inspiring to you. And if it was, I would love to hear from you down below. I love talking to you in the comments. So feel free to comment down below, and I would love to see you in my next video, where I'm going to take you along on a certain day in my life and walk you through all the routines that we have set. So I hope to see you in that video.